on an airplane, or asking your boss for a raise, or having a real conversation about ED, impotence, or low testosterone. You don't have to be embarrassed. At Prime Male Medical, they've helped thousands of men in the Bay Area, and they can help you too. But don't take my word for it. Here's Dr. Robert Rowley from Prime Male Medical.
We have helped thousands of patients with acoustic wave therapy, which increases blood flow, breaks the microplaque, and improves your ED significantly. We have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in treatments for ED and low T.
Get your first visit, PSA and testosterone test, Doppler ultrasound, and a full year of follow-up visits for just $99. Learn more at primemalemedical.com or call 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037.
Coming up on KCBS, giving workers and the planet a break with a switch to a 4-day work week.
4-day work week.
For the planet.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell them, for the planet. Over to the Bay Area Chevy Dino Sports Desk at Joe Hughes, and we're talking 49ers, Joe.
Yeah, I'm willing to make that sacrifice for the planet. 49ers will kick off their preseason schedule tonight at Levi Stadium. They're taking on the Packers. The only home preseason game for the Niners as they get ready for the NFL campaign. Niners quarterback Trey Lance expected to play a little bit tonight. He's going to play in the first and third preseason games, according to head coach Kyle Shanahan. Niners trying to manage some playing time for some of their veterans and the young QB as they've got 3 preseason games scheduled in the span of just 12 days. But this Niners roster loaded with talent. Players on both sides of the ball have spoken all training camp about how that's helped them prepare. 49ers safety Noah Hufanga believes that Trey Lance has really been putting pressure on the team's secondary.
Able to know, recognize which quarterback you're going against, and you got to get a little bit more depth back there for sure. So for us, we just got to go out there and continue to work. We're getting a great look against from our guys, especially Debo and BA. You can see how they're working at a high level right now, and especially Kittle, the way he's all over the place, whether he's run blocking, whether he's pass catching, he can do it all.
Well, speaking of that 49ers secondary, they're going to be without starting cornerbacks Emmanuel Mosley and Javarius Ward tonight. Ward was the big free agent acquisition for the team. He will not play, both of them dealing with mild muscle strains. The team not overly concerned, but also no reason to push them for the first preseason game. 49ers will take on the Packers tonight. That game will kick off at 5:30. From the sports desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
When people have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating multiple third-party systems to create a unified digital experience. The results? Improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' location, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com for website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world, turning to the best in the business for websites. Go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 38,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Running out of hot water? Might be time for a new water heater. Visit waterheatersonly.com and get 0% deferred interest up to 24 months. Quick service, friendly local technicians. Visit waterheatersonly.com. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
KCBS News Time, 5:18. Traffic and weather sponsored by Water Heaters Only. Traffic Watch is taking us to Livermore with Kim. Yeah, there's a couple kind of sluggish spots. Actually, a couple of incidents have been reported. The first one was westbound 580 near Airway, a crash. You may still see this up against the center divide. It's just a little bit slow passing Airway, but then a new crash has just come in westbound 580 Before you get to El Charro, this is 4 cars. It looks like the second lane in from the left is blocked here, and the Chilton Auto Body Collision Cam is starting to see some brake lights approaching El Charro. After that, it's a little crowded heading out to the Dublin interchange, but not too bad. A little bit good news for the Bay Bridge commuters. They've turned the metering lights off. Lack of business at the toll plaza. We are seeing a little bit of crowding coming out of the tunnel at Yerba Buena Island, but basically the commute is over for now coming into San Francisco. We're looking at westbound Interstate 80. We still have a little ways to go here with the East Shore slowing from Cutting Boulevard down to about Albany Hill. The Richmond San Rafael Bridge back up. Now, it was really intense earlier, and it's still slow, but the line isn't quite as long. We're backed up a little beyond Canal Boulevard coming aboard at the toll plaza here. There was an earlier crash that was at the incline section. Long cleared, but it's been very slow recovery as you're pointed toward Marin County. Your next update, 8:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Mancini Sleep World 6-day weather forecast from KPIX5's Jessica Birch.
Hey, good morning. Daytime highs getting up to 68 today in San Francisco, 71 for our friends in Oakland. It is a beautiful Friday for us off in San Jose, getting up to 82 degrees this afternoon. Now, we're going to turn that notch up with the heat, about 10 degrees just as we extend into next work week. By Monday and Tuesday, we're expecting 90s in the forecast down in the Santa Clara Valley. We're also expecting upper 90s and triple digits off in our inland East Bay as early as that day, too. So, long story short, high pressure is pushing its way in. It's going to warm us up and dry us up a lot as we extend into next week. So enjoy the forecast while we have it. I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch with your KCBS KPIX5 First Alert Forecast.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
KCBS News Time 8:21. The 4-day work week certainly sounds nice, and it turns out it could be good for the environment as well. For more on this, we're joined on the KCBS Ring Central Newsline by Professor Juliet Shore, economist and sociologist at Boston College. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us. You do research focusing on work consumption and climate change. What role might the 4-day work week play in reducing the impacts of climate change?
Well, the expectation is that we get some big emission savings. First of all, if people don't have to commute that 5th day, that's probably the biggest savings. Those businesses that close their offices on that 5th day will also see savings from that. And then the last piece of it is that we're finding that the things that people tend to do on that off day are pretty climate friendly. They sleep more, do some more housework and leisure activities. So we're expecting and we're measuring how much energy use people use when they get more time off.
Wouldn't you get similar savings or comparable savings from working remotely?
Yes. Well, certainly remote work reduces commuting, and we saw that. We saw some big gains in emissions trends during the pandemic. So yes, that's for sure true. But for the many workers who are back in the office, and that's the majority, only having to go 4 days rather than 5 does give savings.
Now, you had mentioned that people tend to use that extra day to do things that are a little bit more sustainable, but couldn't this be offset if a lot of people decided with their 5th day that they were going to travel, they were going to drive a lot, or they were going to take a lot of 3-day weekends and fly?
Absolutely. Those are the travel is the biggest thing that could go in the other direction. So far, what we're seeing is that people are not doing that much traveling, but we're just at the beginning of our findings, and we're waiting for more data to come in. But we think that the other savings are going to outweigh, even if there is a little bit of an increase in travel. But so far, we're not seeing that.
So how long would a 4-day work day be in a 4-day work week?
So we're doing trials with companies in the U.S. and around the world, and all of the companies that join our trials promise to give, they're giving 5 days of pay for reduced working hours. So the vast majority are on 32-hour schedules, so 4 8-hour days. Of course, there are some companies that have gone to what's called the compressed work week, or 10-hour days. Those also show savings on emissions because of the commuting. But that's not what we're studying. We're studying a true work time reduction.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for taking a few minutes to talk to us. Juliet Shore is an economist and sociologist at Boston College.
Jason Brooks is off today. Let's check the Money Watch now with Bloomberg's Joan Doniger. Hi, Joan.
Hey, Eric, there is a shift in strategy now among streaming services. They're not so much focused on adding subscribers. They're looking to maximize profit. Dow Jones reports that shift follows slower customer growth. So now we see Disney, Netflix, and Warner Brothers Discovery all doing something to cut costs and raise prices. They're also rolling out new ad-supported tiers at lower prices. That's part of the plan to help bring in a stream of their own new revenue. Amazon is suing some of its own sellers. It's joined General Electric in filing a trademark infringement suit. It says 16 Amazon sellers are deceiving customers by selling copycat GE water filters. On Wall Street, investors are still breathing easier over this week's reports showing an easing of inflation. The Dow is up 187, the Nasdaq 160, the S&P 36. I'm Joan Doniger, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
When you want something great, you probably don't want to wait for it, right? I mean, you might even be stuck waiting in traffic right now, and, well, how enjoyable is that? Well, Xfinity has a great new offer on fast internet right now. You'll get unlimited internet with gig speed and supersonic Wi-Fi too. And get this, there's no annual contract required, no equipment fees, and a 2-year internet rate guarantee. Plus, it even comes with a free Flex 4K streaming box. And it's all just $50 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data, a price that is truly jaw-dropping. The Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. Well, don't wait. Visit xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more today. Limited time offer, restrictions apply, requires paperless billing and auto pay. New gigabit internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Discover the greatest pharaoh of all time, Ramses the Great, in the most impressive collection of its kind. Experience 181 priceless Egyptian artifacts, including some of the world's most treasured riches. Enhance your immersive experience and transport yourself to ancient Egypt in virtual reality. Ramses the Great and the Gold of the Pharaohs. Opening August 20th at the Beyond Museum. Limited tickets available. Buy yours today.
Your home is a one-of-a-kind piece of art. A palette of design elements reflecting your personal aesthetic and functional needs. For over 20 years, All Natural Stone's exclusive collection of luxury tile, exotic and specialty natural stone, and masterfully engineered porcelain has been transforming homes into pieces of livable art. Visit one of All Natural Stone's 4 Bay Area showrooms in Berkeley, Dublin, Burlingame, San Jose, or at allnaturalstone.com and find your inspiration. You can dine in art, entertain in art, bathe in art, lounge in art, relax in art. You can live in art.
Founded in Germany in 1874, Rieker has been making quality footwear for nearly 150 years. Rieker's anti-stress footwear for men and women is available now in a breadth of sizes and widths at the Walk Shop in Berkeley. This season, Rieker offers stylish Oxfords, cozy demi boots, and classic slip-ons in a colorful array of comfort. Whether you're looking for classic dress shoes or modern style, come try the Rieker difference at the Walk Shop, 2120 Vine Street in Berkeley.
Find your perfect move-in ready home at the San Francisco Shipyard with incredible views and value today. The San Francisco Shipyard has new construction, move-in ready homes with amazing bay views, transparently priced condos from 600,000s and townhomes from the low 1 millions with Lennar's Everything's Included upgrade package featuring Bosch appliances and more. Don't delay. Lock in your rate and call 415-975-4181 today for an appointment or visit live@sfshipyard.com. That's live@sfshipyard.com.
KCBS News Time 8:28. Let's head back to your local Honda dealer's traffic center for an update on the roads. We had trouble in Livermore last time around. We get an update now from Kim. Yeah, I'm looking again, and it's actually starting to loosen up. So we had 2 crashes. The one at Airway has been cleared from West 580. The one at El Charro does not look like it's blocking any longer. It had been in one of the middle lanes, but traffic is barely even pinched down as you make your way past that scene. So I think this is a clear scene now as you make your way out to the Dublin interchange. Where we do see slow traffic again, it's the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, westbound 580 hasn't completely thinned out from an earlier issue on the span, so we're backed up just a little beyond Canal Boulevard. That's an improvement, but it is stop and go to the toll plaza. Westbound Interstate 80, it looks fine coming down from Crockett. It is a little slow right at Highway 4 in Hercules, and then you pick up the pace only to get into a little bit of a sluggish stretch from Cutting Boulevard as you head into Berkeley. Right around Gilman is where you shake loose of all that. The rest of the way to the Bay Bridge looks great, and in fact, the Bay Bridge, they deactivated the metering light, so you're good to go here. Starting to see some slowing, just double checking. MacArthur Freeway coming up through Oakland from the MacArthur exit as you come out from Highway 13. We do see some sluggish traffic, we'll call it, as you make your way up toward about Fruitvale. Then things loosen up after that toward Lake Merritt. Your next update, 8:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Sunny and warm today after the overcast burns off. 60s and 70s highs at the coast to the low 90s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on KCBS.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're gonna sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing a commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle. A jingle about insurance.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
News that matters to you. Around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All news 106.9 and AM 740. KCBS.
It's Friday, August 12th, 2022. Coming up on KCBS.
California sees a massive influx of out-of-state patients coming in for abortions.
And if you've ever wanted to give the sport of curling a whirl, you now can in the East Bay. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Colross.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
KCBS News Time, 8:31.
CBS News brief. The Attorney General wants the Trump search warrant unsealed, and the former president says he won't oppose that. CBS's Jeff Pagades.
The warrant and property receipt, if unsealed, would reveal what the FBI was looking for in the list of items taken.
The New York judge has ruled the fraud and tax evasion case against the Trump Organization can't proceed. The Associated Press reports author Salman Rushdie was attacked as he was about to give a lecture in Western New York. His condition not clear. House debate on the big spending bill that revives President Biden's agenda. Massachusetts Democrat Jim McGovern.
Cutting costs at pharmacy counters, combating climate change, slashing energy prices, and reducing the federal deficit.
Republicans say the bill is bad for the economy. State officials and flood victims in eastern Kentucky complaining that FEMA has turned down too many aid requests.
Financial aid accountants, I feel like that will bring a lot of hope and a lot of people back to Breathitt County.
CBS News brief. I'm Steve Kathan.
KCBS News Time, 8:32.
California abortion providers are seeing a dramatic increase in the number of people from out of state seeking abortions here. KCBS's Margie Schaefer reports the numbers were shared as Vice President Kamala Harris convened a reproductive rights roundtable in San Francisco.
Abortion is restricted or illegal in several states following the Dobbs decision, and more are coming to California to get an abortion, explains CEO of Planned Parenthood Northern California, Gilda Gonzalez.
In the last few weeks, one of our affiliates reported a 75% increase in the number of out-of-state patients.
Anticipating continued shifts, work is underway to, among other things, offer logistical support in safe haven states and expand access to medication abortion. She wants California to be
a place where people can turn to get care no matter what.
Vice President Harris counted herself among like-minded people at a reproductive roundtable.
In California, we understand it should be her decision.
In November, California voters will consider whether to amend the Constitution to include the right to abortion and contraception. In San Francisco, Margie Schaefer, KCBS.
A spokesperson for actress Anne Heche says she is on life support and is not expected to survive following a fiery crash a week ago in Los Angeles. John Baird with Odyssey station KNX has the latest from Southern California.
Firefighters had to rescue Anne Heche from her car, which was completely inside the Mar Vista home that she drove into. And her representative says she suffered a severe brain injury from complete lack of oxygen and is not expected to make it. The actress is being kept on life support alcohol.